So when did you first start working with Maharishi light gem therapy?
Well, I've been interested in Ayurvedic healing modalities for decades, and I've been trained in different modalities, purification therapies and aromatherapy, using the Ayurvedic body types. And then this therapy came out. It's another modality of Maharishi Vedic approach to health. And since I have that inclination to use the programs that Maharishi introduced into Ayurveda, I just, tried it myself, and I did many treatments myself, and then I just loved it so much that I really wanted to get trained in it. And so, what I find when I do the treatments on people, that it's very, very subtle. And what I love about it is that it's really reaching the most subtle levels of our physiology. People really feel an increase in energy flow in different parts of the body, even in areas where they had some physical issues. Not that it's absolutely necessary to have a certain kind of experience to gain the results. But what I love about this is that it's really wellness from the inside out. We can try to correct the mistakes in the physiology by doing other things that just work on the surface areas of our body and mind. When we try to correct the mistakes in the physiology by doing different things on the surface level, it works, but it's almost like putting a Band-Aid on. It just is a temporary fix. Yeah. And so when we use a modality like Maharishi light therapy with gems, it's really reaching the source of the problem. Our physiology is really nothing but consciousness, just different layers and layers and layers of consciousness according to quantum physics. And when consciousness first sprouts out of that field and becomes the physiology, then if there are any mistakes in the physiology, that's where it begins. And so that's where the mistakes have to be corrected.
For somebody that has never done this therapy before, how would you explain it and visually make them understand what this looked like and what the therapy felt like? Because I think that some people wouldn't know that.
Okay, great. Well, when somebody comes for treatment, it takes about an hour and 15 minutes, and it's kind of a two-step process. In the beginning, we do a process called testing. We test the gems on the individual, and we just make sure that the reaction is what we want.
Is that one?
This is a ruby.
A ruby.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it's beautiful. And then after we go through that process, which takes about 15-20 minutes, then we have somebody lay down on the massage table, and we set this up so that these gem instruments, we call them gem beamers, they're aligned with the different energy centers of the body.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And then that treatment takes about 20 minutes, and then there's a rest period afterwards.
Okay. And what is this gem?
This is a piece of amber.
Beautiful.
Yes, it is beautiful. And now most of the gems that we use are very high quality gemstones. Amber is not really a gemstone, but it has been known throughout.
Resin.
It's been known throughout the ages to actually have very rejuvenative benefits. Amber is a piece of it's the sap from a pine tree that has been petrified in a sense. It's been hardened, and it's just a beautiful thing. Most of it comes from the Baltic Sea area.
Yeah. When I got a therapy session, I felt that warmness from the gems.
Yes.
Is that a typical sensation that one would feel, or?
It is a typical sensation. Not that one has to feel that in order to feel like it's working, but it is a very good sign that the coherent energy of the gems is moving through the quantum energy field of the body, through that most subtle, level of the physiology. It's moving through, that's what you're feeling. It's moving to where it's needed in the body.
I also remember you shining the ruby on my hand,
Yeah.
and you asking me what sensation I felt, and I said I
Yes.
felt the sensation or the feeling, and I said I felt love. And that was really interesting because that's one of the qualities of the ruby. So I think the sensitivity can really come out in the gems if you're sensitive enough to feel them.
Yes.
I should say more.
But also, you know, the Maharishi light therapy with gems works not only on the body but also on the mind. It works directly. It reaches different parts of the brain, and in doing so, it affects the endocrine system, and it can affect the hormones, you know, in a very positive way. And so sometimes we can feel a shift even in our mental feeling, you know, either during treatment or during the testing process. So that's a very good sign that it's working on that subtle level of not just, you know, the bones and the muscles, but really working on the brain.
And as far as different therapies that you've worked with, and meditation or essential oils, what would you say the difference or the benefits of this therapy versus something else?
Very good, very good. Good question. You know, all of the programs that have been developed under the guidance of Maharishi, Mahesh Yogi, all of these Ayurvedic programs, they bring that experience of transcending to the most subtle level where the healing can take place. So there are a lot of commonalities. This is a different flavor of that, you know, because it's using the gems of the earth.
Right.
And so it's just a different way to reach that transcendental experience where healing takes place.
Yes. It's funny, even when you hold that, we all look to it.
People love gems, they're
gravitate.
very attracted to it, and there's a good reason for it.
Yeah.